August is almost here, and Royal Caribbean has brought us the instant certificates for next month. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm James with Sea Days and Sunsets. And together with my wife, Kimberly, we bring you all things travel, all things cruising, and a whole lot of gambling along the way. But with only just over a week to go, we've got our new August instant certificates. If you're not familiar with the instant certificates, these are what you earn for getting points while you're on a cruise. And today we're going to talk about the A and the C offers. The A offers being the ones that you get on cruises of 5 nights or less, and then the C offers that you get on 6 nights or more. So, if you can't tell right now, I am on the Navigator of the Seas. Kimberly and I have been on here for the last 3 weeks and have been having a great time. And we're doing pretty much what we had planned on the casino for this month based on what the certificates had brought us and everything. We do have a little bit of a new turnabout for the certificates this month. There's a new level that I had not previously seen, and we'll go over that as we jump in. So without further ado, let's take a look at the spreadsheets. All right, I have jumped over here into the spreadsheets. And if you found the video before you found the spreadsheet, you can find the links to the spreadsheets in the description of the video here in the channel. I mentioned the A and the C certificates, and that's where we're going to start with right now. What I did fail to mention, though, a little bit earlier was that the A and the C certificates are for North America sailings. We will also be getting out the European sailings later this month when they're released, but these all have to do with cruises that begin in North America. And the A sailings are for our sailings of 5 nights or less. And when you open up the spreadsheet for the first time, you're going to jump into what I call the key tab here that just gives you a little bit of information, a little bit of disclaimer, and most importantly, a link to the original document. So if you were on your cruise and you went up to the casino host, you would find this PDF document or a code, a QR code to open it up where you could open this document and you could go through all of these PDFs at each level, and you could either check to see which cruise you had already earned, which level you had already earned, or you could go through them all and see which ones you want to earn and click through them. And if you were going to look at a 15,000 point certificate, you could click on that and it would open up and you can sort through all of these and filter and do it, or really just manually review them and see which ones you wanted to work with and everything. But that's what we've done here with the spreadsheets is we've converted those into something that you can utilize, something you can review here. And as in doing so, you can jump over to the offers tab. And the most important thing as we begin to review this, though, is to notice this view only up here at the top. And that is because I share these out with everyone and we can't all be making changes at the same time. But instead, we're able to work with them individually. So you've got a couple ways you can do this. Very easiest way is to go in, download it as an Excel document, work with it, or to make your own copy over to Google Drive here, especially if you're working on the phone. That's the only really good way that I found to make this work. Just make your own copy, work with it offline on your Google Drive or however you're going to work with it. But the way we're going to do this to stay online is we're going to go over here to the data menu and we're going to create what's called a filter view. This filter view is going to allow me to have my own personal view here that will not affect anybody else's, but in doing so, it does not hang around once I leave the page or if I was to refresh the browser. But now that I've done this, I can actually go out here and begin sorting and filtering on my own. And I teased you a little bit in the intro here of this new level. But what Royal Caribbean put out that I haven't seen in the past year when I've been putting things out for you guys and for myself is the 70,000 point level. We've always had a VIP 2 level out there, but I had not seen the VIP 1 level out there. I don't know if this is the first month they've ever done it or if it just hadn't been out there for a while, but now there is a 70,000 point level. Not anything Kimberly and I are going to be targeting right now. So, but for you guys who this is a big deal for you, there are tons of sweet categories out here. And it was a lot of fun to look through what you might be able to earn. But that's not what we're going to go over today because everyone who's been watching for a while knows that Kimberly and I are low rollers here, and we typically target for 2,000 points or less. But let's take a look and see how to do some sort and filters, and let's go through some of the best offers that I found for this month. So, of course, the number one thing we always do when we go in is Kimberly and I are looking to travel together. So, we change the room type from a one guest, that's your BOGO offer, where you get the free cruise, but you do have to bring a paying guest. And we're not usually looking at those. So, I'm going to take that off of there and I'll hit OK. That'll filter all these down, but at the 70,000 point level, that doesn't really matter. But we'll have some fun with things, and we'll also let's go for the ship class. And let's drop us down because I know there are some good Oasis class offers for us. We'll drop that down, and then I'll also go for that 2,000 point offer that maybe I'm going to be targeting, or I could select multiples. I'll go ahead and select a couple multiples here and let you see how that filters down as we're looking at it and everything here. So you can immediately jump in and you can start looking at your categories, and some of the offers that jump out for me very quickly are balcony offers at that 2,000 point level. And maybe I'll even do a little bit more and filter down to that so that we'll take a look at some of those balconies. So you can do this all you want, and you can see here's your Oasis class offers that are for balconies for what they've got out here going through December right now. That's as far as those seem to go out for that 1,200 to 1,200, 1,500, or 2,000 point level that we were looking at there. And this does jump into one of the offers that I had noticed very quickly when I was doing this. And let me make sure I pull this up and see the right one for you here and everything. And that was the 2,000 point offer on the Allure of the Seas on a 7 night on November 15th. So there we go. One of my very favorite ships out there that you've got here. But you see all of these on the Oasis. We go from, I guess, 4 up through 8 night offers here. So there's a bunch of great ones, but the Allure is one of my favorite ships. And the Wonder is possibly my favorite. I trade back and forth with the Icon on that one. But the Allure is one that we just always have such a great time on. We love the pesky parrot. There's so many great things. So I did want to call those out for the ones that you could jump on here. So in doing this, we'll take a look at some of the other great offers, keep showing you how to do some sorts and filters for anybody new to this. Um, but the other one I wanted to point out at the 2,000 point level was on a Freedom class ship. And it's on the Freedom of the Seas on September 10th. You've got a 9-day cruise for a Southern out of Miami in a balcony. So again, 2,000 points, and you can get on a 9-day cruise on the Freedom class ship. It's got that brand new non-smoking casino. And they just in general, the casino itself, just the main casino, is a lot of fun. I enjoy these style ships that have the winding staircase down in the middle. And it's just, and now with the non-smoking casino upstairs, that's brand new and tables and slots up there. We just have the best time on that ship, and we will be going on it here in a couple months again. But this is one that I really liked. Another one for you guys, if if you were interested, is an Alaska cruise, again for 1,500 points on this one, but the Anthem of the Seas on May 21st, 2027. So going all the way out into May next year, there is a 7 night out of Seward that is only 1,500 points. So that's a wonderful one if you were looking at an Alaska cruise anyway that could get you going and get you up to Seward, which Kimberly and I are going to be doing later this year, doing some Alaska cruises. So we're going to be on long enough that I know one of these videos is going to come out while we're there. So I'll go ahead and tell you we're going to be there now. for it. And then another shorter one, if you're looking for it on the out of Florida, is the Jewel of the Seas. And that is, where was my Jewel cruise here? That was on August 10th. There's a 4 night for just 1,200 points. So I'll show you how to reselect some of these. So we can go back over here and I'll change my ship. To the Jewel on this. And it's a Radiance class ship. They do have some of the new updated machines, and they've updated a few of their video poker machines on there. And Kimberly and I were just on there a month or so ago and had a pretty good time. But on August 10th, where were we? They've got a balcony out there, but you can see, well, I've been staying on the balcony for all of these. I hadn't gone back and selected. So you can see a whole bunch of jewels out here. That was just one of them that I had noticed coming up here, but that is pretty early August. Might be a little bit harder to hop on. But they do have several others going out through the rest of the year from Lauderdale and from Tampa here for you, if that's something you wanted to look at. But let's go ahead and jump into the summary for this month. I just wanted to show a couple to you that I had identified. The summary for the month, we can see the different levels. And you, of course, see, of course, that at 4,000 is where we no longer even have the one guest offers, and it's only those two guest offers for you. Um, but other than that, we can see the 3,000 point level actually takes over with the two guest offers. But after that, they're all inverted, and it is the one guest offers for 2,000 and down um, that you can hop on there. And then down at that 400 point level, there are no two guest offers. But for as little as 600 points, you can get a two guest offer this month. So that is a very good deal if it's something that works with your schedule. Compared to last month, though, I did want to throw some things out there. I'll show you the summary for last month. Is that we look like we did great. We look like we have 1,100 more offers than almost 1,200 more offers than what we had last month. But the problem with that was that 70,000 point uh, level getting introduced where they put 1,134 offers in there. So that does not quite work very well for our numbers. So really, this month is just about a wash. We have some levels that have dropped, some that have picked up, but it's pretty much stayed right on par. And the big thing that I'm waiting to see right now, on a little bit of a side note, is I'm waiting for the celebrity offers to come out this month because everyone's been speculating as to whether Royal's going to start looking at merging some of these programs or what might happen there. I don't personally think it's going to happen right now, but there's been a lot of talk about it. But the reason I bring that up is because celebrities into their casino year is August 1st, or the new year starts August 1st. So when the August offers come out, we might see if there's any changes to the programs, like the $15 on video poker, um, or whether the amethyst and above gets the inclusion list or the exclusion list. So very interested to see if the Royal Caribbean group is going to start combining their thought process on how they're going to do the different offers. But as we were looking at here, these were the A offers. And the C offers, remember, are going to be for 6 nights or more. And we'll do this much faster than what we just did the A's. It's exactly the same thing as what you were looking at a moment ago with the A's. The way you do sort and filter is exactly the same, and everything else holds true here. But what I'm going to do again is come out and set up my filter view that's going to allow me to sort and filter the page. And then some of the good ones that you can find out here is we can get some. Oh, I want to point out the 70,000 points is here also. So you've got some of these great suites and above, as you'd expect. I wouldn't expect the difference between A and C to be very big at that 70,000 point level. But we're going to drop this down and look at some of these other ones. Like there's some good 1,500 point offers out here. Let's see, what do we got? For 1,500 points, we can grab, let's look at some balconies again. Oh, forgot to drop this to make sure I get my 2 guest offers in and don't get the BOGOs. Those throw me off all the time if I forget to switch those up. And then we do have balconies at the 1,500 point level. So I wanted to throw a couple of those out. We have the Jewel here again. We even have some Ovation cruises going out here. So you can hop on a Quantum class ship. I realize that this is only 3 days, but if you wanted a really great deal, you've got the Serenade in May next year for 7 days in a balcony for as little as 1,500 points. So that's an easy one to throw out there. Another fun one is at the 2,000 point level. We've got some other good balcony offers out there. And one of the ones that I like for Radiance of the Seas is one that I enjoy very much. Is what do we have? November 28th. Let's see where we are. There's a 7 day Radiance of the Seas for 2,000 points and a balcony out there. We've got some other Quantum class offers out there. And again, these are all balconies again. As you can imagine, the interiors and even some of the ocean views are a lot easier to come by, but there are some really solid offers. So, as much heat as Royal Caribbean's been getting for their casino offers lately, I really want to point out that they are throwing out some great balcony offers for very low numbers, especially from their perspective here and everything. Another good one, let's see, was another Allure cruise. Go ahead and drop that down. Well, I lost it. Am I in the 2,000 point level here? I should be. We should be looking at Allure on November 15th. Did I lose that? Ah, that's what it was. It was an ocean view. Sorry for the confusion, folks, but we hit Allure of the Seas where you can get on a 7 night Allure again here for 2,000 points on the sea offers for November. So another great one for you out there. I won't keep going through these. I think you've got the idea on how to filter through, how to find the ones yourself, but they are putting out some great ones for you. Let's go through the summary real quick on the seas. You can see very quickly, again, the same at the 4,000 point level is where they completely take away the one guest offers, and everything you get is for 2 guests and above. And then they immediately, though, when you're at 3,000, they're always more for the one guest offers all the way down. It does take 800 points or more before you get your first 2 guest offers for this month. And then to sort through the final grouping here, we again look like we had a huge jump, but it's the exact same thing as before, 1,134, 70,000 point offers. So we really, again, we bumped up in a few areas, dropped back in a few areas. It's again pretty much just right on par with last month, which I'm okay with right now. That works. Where Kimberly and I are finding what we're looking for. And sometimes we're choosing to go for the full point offers. Sometimes on our comp cruises here, we're sticking with lower numbers and just waiting for the next month. But given these 3 weeks that we've had on the Navigator, we've really enjoyed the casino here. And but we are looking forward to a couple larger ships with some of the more updated casinos for next month. And then in Alaska, especially when we're on the Ovation, we are really expecting to have some great opportunities um, that we can hop on and pick up some open weeks that we've got in 2027. So I hope you're doing the same, and hopefully these spreadsheets are providing what you're looking for. So there you have it. those are all of our spreadsheets for August for North America right now. Hopefully, we'll get the European ones out pretty soon for all of those looking to cruise out of Europe and earn from over there. But what do you think? Is the new 70,000 point level something that you're going to go for? I know it's not for Kimberly and I, so we will not be taking a look at that. But if that's something you're interested in, drop a comment. Let me know how you might be earning those and what you do to get that many points. I'd be really excited to hear about it. But until then, I hope you have a great August in the casino. And let me know if we've missed anything or if there's anything that would help you out along the way. But good luck to you.